Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for the Colorcast design team. Today I'm featuring this so very handsome acrylic piece from Colorcast, and it was in the shop with last month's release. So I believe it's still in stock, so I will link that down below in case you want to grab it. It comes in a couple different colors, so super fun. It came in the subscription kit itself in a nice shade of like bluish green, and then this one was just separately for purchase in the shop. So I got both of them, of course. And pulling out a photo of my little guy, I just matted it with a scrap of black paper from my scrap bin here, and then I'm using the Rust and Ravs 2.0 collection. This is a brand new collection in the Cherry on Top shop that I've grabbed. I absolutely love it. I could not wait to play with it, so I'm excited to just use the small paper pad, and the background is from the Solids collection from this kit or collection, and I pull out the small paper pad in my circle stitch dies. I believe they're by Echo Park, and I'm just running them through a bunch of times with all these patterns to make a bunch of circles for my background. So I'm just going to cut these out of these patterns, and I'm going to just layer them and kind of create a grid design, and then I'm going to do some machine stitching with this. I was really stuck on this layout, and I really had a circle effect in my brain because of the logs being round. So that's really where this layout was driven from, was from those logs in the photo that my son was laying on. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just creating some really super distressed circles here. I'm roughing them up. I'm crinkling them up. I'm roughing up the edges just using my fingernails before lightly gluing those down. And then I'm going to sew these through my sewing machine here to create a grid design with some black thread. So you'll see that in a second here. I'm just going to finish popping all of these down and then run this through my sewing machine. And then here's what it looks like. You can see that I went across and down all of these circles, and I did some zigzaggy stitching, and I did some straight stitching as well. I've got the rub-ons here from this collection, which I really love, and I literally could not believe how many little word phrases and things were on this sheet. There are so many on here, so I'm just gonna cut a few off here that describe my son, and then I'm going to place these on that bottom left circle underneath my title piece. So I'm going to do each one of these individually because I didn't want to mess them up. Sometimes I overlay them by accident whenever I'm placing them all down, and I wanted to make sure that I got all of these on there perfectly. So I'm just going to do them one by one with my bone folder here, and then just make sure they are completely adhered before peeling off that top sheet. So there I've got my wordy bits here. My title is going to go right about there above these word phrases, and then I'm going to add some layers behind my photo, probably at the top there. I'm going to add some sequins to this layout using some Nuvo glue. I'm going to add a few embellishments from the embellishment pack that comes with this collection as well. And just kind of looking through here on these rub-ons, seeing if there's anything else that I want to add, but I decided not to add a whole bunch of rub-ons to this one. But I really do like this little rope that's in these laser cuts, and I decided on using one of those along with a couple of the lights from this pack. And of course I found some logs on these laser cuts, which are just absolutely perfect for this layout. I didn't even plan that out. I didn't know that they were even in this collection, but it worked out absolutely perfect to add to this layout. Look at those little logs, and there's actually another cluster of them too, but I didn't end up using both of them. But I just can't believe how perfect that worked out. I'm going to add some of these little round circular logs to go with my little circle theme, just kind of spreading those about the layout, and I'll kind of tie those together with some sequins and splatters at the end. And just going through these little laser cuts, adding little signs and little doodads, and just making little clusters on here. I am definitely a cluster type scrapbooker, so I love to add little clusters and things around my photos and just kind of pull the focus back towards my photo. So I'm just seeing what all I want to add. I'm going to add a few things here from these little die cut packs and add some things behind my photo and layer that up. And then I'm going to grab my Nuvo glue and stick all of this down and add my sequins. You can see here that I've added most of my sequins at this point with my Nuvo glue and sequin tool, which I'll link down below for you in case you want to grab from Amazon. I love that sequin tool, it works great. I'm just adding some black splatters using some Heidi Swapp Black color shine and some white splatters. And I took a look at my cup. I actually have like a little bug in there. I don't know where he came from, but yeah, typically my water does not have a bug in it, but that's why I was looking at it so closely. And I'm just gonna add my date stamp here at the end, and there's the finished layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed this process today and scrapping along with me, hopefully, and enjoying some crafty time, I hope. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I hope that I've inspired you to create something beautiful. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll link everything down below for you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.